replay, understand that this is a live stream and I will be interacting with the viewers, okay? And the live stream chat doesn't show up for like 10 hours after I've loaded the video already. I mean, I've already finished the live stream, so I wouldn't wait for it if I was you. But if you want to come back and watch the video again, that way you can see the live stream chat 10 hours after I've already finished it, then go ahead. But anyway, in this video, what I'm going to be doing is we're going to be watching this animation, this short animation, whatever the heck you want to call it, cartoon film, which I don't really like to do these kind of things, but a lot of the truth community know about this uh, animation, this short animation film that people did, that this one person did supposedly, this minion of Satan. It's called the this animation thing is called the I Pet Goat. And what it is it's kind of telling a story about uh, George Bush in the classroom when he was at the elementary school during 9/11. He was in front of a bunch of kids at the elementary school, right? And basically they're telling you that there's another 9/11 coming, which is true. Which is true, because I told you it's like a twin event, okay? Which I've been telling you guys from the very, from the first time I've been on YouTube, that that uh that this twin thing had something special to it, and that's how it connects to Elvis, because Elvis had an identical twin that died at birth. And the 9/11 tower, the twin towers falling on 9/11 was connected to Elvis. I've proven it in my videos, all right? Nobody else connects to it except for Elvis, okay? Now, um, so that's why there has to be a second event, all right? But even bigger than the first one, all right? And the next 9/11 is the 6/11 in Seattle, okay? Now, this, like I said, this animation, this cartoon, I'm not going to sit here and try to figure out every stupid detail in this cartoon, but there's one scene that's basically telling you exactly probably what's going to happen in Seattle, Washington, in this, and I'm going to show you that scene. But we're going to watch the whole thing, even though there's going to be times where I don't even know what the heck I'm talking about, trying to figure out what this stupid, cartoon is trying to say. Because see, it's not written by this one dude. See, they'll tell you it's written by this dude named Louis Lefevre, whatever his name is. He's got the same initials, LL. Um, but this thing was made by the minions of Satan. Okay, this cartoon called I Pet Goat. All right, they know exactly. Just like Loose Change, the documentary about 9/11 after it happened, you'd think it was written by three young kids between the ages of 18 and 21. Come on, folks. Use your brains. These kids, they don't know nothing about conspiracies, those three pigeon peckers. You know who they are. I'm not going to even name them. If you saw that stupid documentary from years ago, basically it's what got me to watch YouTube, was that stupid Loose Change documentary about 9/11. Anyway, because it's basically telling you they were trying to plant things into your head about what 9/11 really was, but but it's even more diabolical than what they were trying to say. All right. Anyway, so that's basically how the truth movement started, you know what I mean, on YouTube, because of 9/11. Anyway, so let's get to so now that I've talked for 5 minutes about that, let's get into the video. And let's try and figure out what the heck this video is talking about. And by the way, the images are not going to be clean because I'm filming from one camera to another, and that's why it's not going to be good. let's stop there. So let me just real quick, hold on. Let's go through what we saw there. Hold on. Okay, let me hold on, folks. I'm trying to get to where we were here earlier. Like I said, I wish the images would come out good. That way you can see how good the animation is on it. But it's not gonna. I told you all the colors is hard to focus on it. So we saw that Satan. This is basically Satan puppeting all the presidents. That's what they were showing. And you notice it's got the S on his hand, and the S, I told you, is the crown. The corona, the corona 19. The S is the 19th letter of the alphabet. Okay, and interesting. He's got, like I said, the fingers look like 11s. 11, 11. The just like the towers look like 11. Flight 11 hit it. You know what I mean? The first plane that hit it. Anyway, 11, 11 equals 22, or 2, 2, the fingers, whatever you want to call it. This is the year 22. And like I said, the snake, the S is basically a snake. So you can't see it, but there's a snake's eye on that. I'm trying to focus. It will not let me focus on it. It's a serpent, basically. There's a snake's eye on that S, and basically it's a needle. The S on a needle, just like the dollar. On 2 needles. The S was on 2 needles at one time. I think they changed it now to 1 needle. Because I told you Elvis and Trump are the twin needles. And interestingly enough, it looks, when the goat was coming out of the hole, you see there's like a marker around it, like a black marker. It looks like the number 6 if you look at the hole, and there's like a black mark above the hole and around it, just like that Peloton. That stupid Peloton commercial that I always talk about. And there's 2 marks on the very top that look like an 11 also, right at the very top right there, 1, 1, it looks like, kind of sideways. But anyway, there's a 6 there. All right, 611 kind of, if you want to kind of look at it. But I'm just saying, if you look at that 1, 1 up there. Anyway, so what else we see? And the iPad Goat, there's definitely something going on with the name and with the way they scrambled the letters around. And you have the iPad Goat 2, right? Because they're saying the second 9/11. The 2 is the TT, or the Gemini symbol, because Trump is born in the Gemini. It's all about the twins. And it looks like the way the barbed wire is going across the number 2 right there, it looks like a guillotine, right? Anyway, and on the goat's head is 666. It's got the mark on his head. And look at that white area right there. It kind of looks like it looks like something, I don't know. I was gonna say it kind of looks like Elvis, but anyway, it's got the 666 on his forehead, and even the goat's horns look like an 11 too. So that's 666 and 11. And George Bush was dancing, the puppet dancing within the star, on the ground, the Freemason checkerboard, whatever the heck. And then you have the thing looks like a rocket, and it's going toward this little, what is this supposed to be right here? It looks like an A, right? And I told you that Space Needle kind of looks like an A. I don't know other than that. And then you have the shark symbolism. Remember that explosion in Beirut, Lebanon? It kind of looked like a shark's head, the cloud of the cloud of smoke. Remember that? And it's, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what's going on. It's pointing. The shark is pointing to that house. I don't know. Maybe it's saying Washington. I don't know. Like Mount Vernon, where Washington used to live. Who knows? But look at this. See, this is what's interesting right here. Is on the chalkboard it says evolution, right? And backwards, the word love. I told you that. First of all, it's got three of the letters of Elvis, EVL right there. But Love is Elvis's mother's name. Gladys Love Smith was her name. Her name was Love. And that's why they called it the Summer of Love in Seattle during that nonsense, rioting. Uh, and the TN stands for Tennessee. That's where Elvis died, in Tennessee. TN. And look, they have a dragon splitting a brain, but really it could be splitting, twins basically. And it's the lightning bolt splitting the brain, I mean. And Elvis, he uses the lightning bolt as one of his symbols with the TCB, taking care of business crap. And it's all about the twins. I told you Elvis had an identical twin that died at birth. And the F is the sixth letter. So what is it saying? It's saying F equals minus F. Because Elvis, the word twin equals 66. Twin equals 66. F is the sixth letter. So it's saying that Elvis is missing his twin. F equals minus F, minus the 6. 6 equals minus 6, basically. And or the F is the 6, and then you have the equal sign. The equal sign looks like an 11. So it's 611. You get it? I don't know. I'm just, like I said, I'm just throwing whatever I see out there. Whatever you guys want to see, I don't know. Hold on, folks. I'm getting worn out here already. Like I said, doing these live streams is very difficult, folks. Especially when you don't even know what you're going to say. Like, I'm not even sure what I'm saying, when I'm trying to analyze something because basically with certain things, you're just trying to find something, Okay, but when it comes to the other things that I show with Elvis, there's no finding it. It's there. I'm literally showing you, real life rituals and stuff that they're doing. Yeah, I don't even know math equations other than plus, minus, and subtraction. That's all I know. So, I don't know. Anyway, so where was I? Oh, let me just show you one last thing. Do you remember this scene? Man, should I show it again? Hold on. Let me just real quick. Hold on. Why was Obama laughing? Watch this. So Bush turns into Obama. Hold on. See, why is Obama laughing, folks? Why is Obama laughing? You know why Obama is laughing? Well, I'm going to tell you why Obama is laughing. Because, see, everyone said that he's the Antichrist. You understand what I'm saying? But he's not the one, folks. He is the fake one. Okay? I told you that. He is there to throw people off, the scent of Elvis and Trump, who is his devil twin. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, of course, they're always laughing at us anyway, but they love to mock us. But But Obama, and he's got the cap and gown. You know what I'm saying? He's got the graduation. Because I told you, Obama is the capstone of Trump and Elvis. Okay? Hold on. Let's get back to what I was trying to show here. And you know, even Obama made that video where he turns into a monster. Did you see that? It was some kind of tweet or something. He made some kind of little video where he turned into red eyes like the devil, and he was even winking and sticking his tongue out in another tweet he did or something. I told you, they're mocking people because people, you know, and even his name. I told you his full name, which is the one, I'm the one who discovered that his full name equals 666 because I created that type of gematria where you add up the numbers to get that, or you would never be able to know that his name equals 666. Okay, I created that calculator years ago, and it was, I mean, that type of gematria. And, but, you know, those videos are gone. You know, they got deleted by YouTube from years ago. Anyway, so what's the next thing? Okay, so then they show the girl. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, before I show you any more, this is the part where it's undeniable what I'm about to show you. Okay, so yeah, Barack Hussein Obama's other name is Barry Soetoro. Yeah. So let me just show you something real quick. What's interesting, because see, people say that this is Obama. I mean, not Obama. That this represents. Oh, hold on one second. Where am I? See, people say that person over here. You see that it looks like a letter M with the hands. See, I don't have my stupid pointer. I told you I lost it. This, where is it? Oh man, this guy right here. There's an M right there. You see, it looks like his hands are clasped in the middle. They're saying that because Trump sits like that with his hands clasped, that's representing Trump, right? But it doesn't make any sense because people are saying that it represents a calendar. These children, there's 12 children, you know, and the person in the middle is like the sun or an eclipse or something like that or whatever the heck. I don't know what's going on. But you know, if this is a calendar, then you would think that the twin would be the June sign right there, the heads together. But you know what's interesting is they got head wounds. Check this out. Oh, anyway, before I show you that, let's get back to the Trump. Supposedly, this is Trump right there with the M, which I'm not saying it is, but look, it's interesting because there's you see way in the back right here, there's deer horns, deer whatever antlers coming right above his head. Because I told you that Trump is the Buckeye. You know, he's going to get his head wound in Ohio, and look, there's a deer, a buck. A male deer is a buck in the back right there next to this. So I'm just saying, you know, because I told you Trump's going to get his head wound in Ohio. And interestingly enough, if you were to put this upside down, other people have shown this I didn't discover this. They were saying that it looks like the United States map, upside down, it kind of looks like the map of the United States. Well, I'm not saying it does, but if that's true, then this right here having a head wound would be Washington, and but then this would be California. But then it, if this was on the other side, it would be Florida. And I told you Trump's going to get a head wound, but not here. He's going to get it in Ohio. But interesting that it's if this was June, the Gemini. Like I said, this is like so confusing, because there's too much going on here, and it's just basically people over analyzing it. So hold on one second. I'm gonna delete this video in a couple of days. Yeah, and like I said, it's just over analyzing the heck out of this thing. People have done this for years now. I'm not the one. I'm saying what other people have shown me. But this particular scene that I'm about to show you now is something that I observed. Okay, hold on. Yeah, the whole Ohio, the buck, and the buck stops here is all connected to Trump. Okay, because I told you the guy who created the buck stops here is the Harry S. Truman. That's when Trump was born, when Harry S. Truman was the president, and Harry S. Truman was the 33rd president. Because the buck stops here. They're telling you at Trump, he was the president during Harry S. Truman. Anyway, where am I? What was I going to show? Okay, let's watch this is the scene that is depicting what we're about to witness in Seattle. All right, watch. Hold on. So what you just saw, let me tell you something. It's best you go and watch this on your own, the video. That way you can see it more clearly, because you can't really see all the details of what I just showed. But I'm gonna try and show it to you in pictures. So, who is this girl representing? Some people have said it's this Gabby Petito, which I'm not saying it is, but there is something to that, because remember I told you Gabby Giffords got shot in the head. Remember her? Gabby Giffords, the congresswoman who was shot, she was shot on Elvis's birthday, 1/8. Okay, and Gabby had the name Gabby, same as Gabby Giffords. That Gabby Petito story. And anyway, so forget about that. This could mean the queen. Like if the queen, let's say the queen dies, in the next couple of days, or something happens, and then the apple falls, okay? It's rolling around, okay? And look, the apple at the bottom looks like it has a number 6 on it, but that's just, that could be nothing. Anyway, so, because, June is the 6th month, right? And then it passes a letter L or an upside down 7, but it's let's just say it's an L. And then it stopped in the C. Do you see? It's right next to the letter L right there. There's a white C right here. Okay, and the apple, hold on, where am I? It's hard to see it, but man, I'll get into that later. Hold on. And you remember I showed, and oh man, here we go again. I'm like ready to lose it. And I told you that L can be seen as L, which means God, EL, or Elvis, right? And you have C, the letter C can be either the, like you see with your eyes, or C, like in Seattle, or the B side of the C, right? So the LC, you know, like I was just showing you, you know, the L and the C. And then, oh, or it could be LC, like C Apple, get it? C Apple, Seattle, you know, because they're showing you an apple, right? In the C Apple, get it? Seattle. Anyway, and what do you see next? Look, you see the apple cracking in half, okay? It first hit this boot, and you know whose boot that is. I'll show you in a moment. But see, the apple is cracking in half, all right? And you know the apple is like a twin inside, you know, like how twins sit in the womb. And the next scene, it has these like these two, whatever you want to call these things, the stem coming together. It starts coming together, the stem, and then you get a lotus flower. Okay, you know, it came out of the, you know, the sea apple, right? And hold on. And a lotus, it means rebirth. You see, it's got one of the meanings is rebirth for a lotus, you know. It's basically like a, and you know, Kamala, her name means lotus. You know, I told you that Elvis is connected to the Kamala, to the camel that goes through the eye of the needle. And before Elvis filmed his movie about the Space Needle, when it first opened, the Seattle Space Needle, on his way to film the Seattle Space Needle movie called It Happened at the World's Fair, he stopped in a place called Kalama, Washington. Kalama is the same letters as Kamala. And the phoenix, you know, it's the same thing as a phoenix, the lotus, you know. And Elvis used to wear the phoenix outfits in his concerts, you know. And what did he used to start his songs with? Check this out. He used to start his concerts. His concerts would be CC Rider. You know, his he would start all his concerts with the theme to, first it would be the theme to the 2001 Space Odyssey. And you know what happened in 2001 was the Twin Towers, right? He used to start his concerts with the 2001 Space Odyssey. It's got the space in the word too, Space Needle, get it? And and then he would start singing a song called CC Rider. And wait, I forgot to put this in there. I was going to wait to show it in a different video, but I might as well put it in now. Yeah, I'm going to show all that in a minute. Hold on. I know all about what you guys are saying right now. I'm going to show it. Hold on. I have that already in here about the apple. But I need to tell you. Anyway, he started all his concerts with the CC Rider, right? Song. What was the nickname of Chief Seattle? Let's see what they say.
Say. According to some information I
Say,
found on
say.
Wikipedia.
Look at this, will you? The nickname of Chief Seattle, because it's named after this dude, Seattle, it's CC. It's not say. It's CC, basically. CC Rider. You get what I'm saying? And hold on. What song did Elvis start all his concerts with? Let's see.
According to Facebook, starting with a performance on February 20th, 1971 at the International Hotel in Las Vegas, Elvis began entering the stage for his concerts to Also Sprach Zarathustra, the theme from the film 2001, A Space Odyssey.
See, and then it would be the Elvis entrance music was the 2001 Space Odyssey. Then it would be CC Rider every time. But see how they spell it CC right here, and that's the 33, right? The CC is the 33 rider. Hold on. Anyway, I'll get to why it represents the Seattle and Washington in a moment. So remember, Elvis is the phoenix. He's the beast out of the sea in Seattle, right? The CC rider. So again, you see the apple is, it's splitting in half, just like they were showing, with the brain splitting in half. And Washington State is the #1 apple producer, you see? Washington State. So now that when you see that apple, hold on. What is this? Yeah, see, Washington is the state that produces more apples for consumption than any other. All right. So that's why when you see the apple state, oh, where am I, man? So that's why when you see the apple, they're talking about Washington. So it's Washington, and you have the C apple, Seattle. Get it? And remember, it hit Obama's boot. That's Obama's boot right there. And look, and the reason I'm saying it's Obama's, see right here, it's George Bush's boot. See, this is George Bush, and it's the same boot he's wearing as the boot I just showed. But really, it's also Obama's boot, because he's wearing the same boot. See, they're in the same shoes because they're the same puppets. You understand? They're all puppets of Satan. All right? And like I said, he hit. This is his boot. And look, it's a coin he hit. There's a coin under his boot. Oh, man. There's some kind of coin. I don't know what kind of coin it is. Who knows? It could be some British coin or something. I don't know. Haven't. Because the reason I bring that up is because, and interestingly, hold on. Because remember, it hit his boot first. And like I said, there's a coin underneath it. It looks like a crown. The coin. And the word coin, it equals actually the same as my name. Garo equals coin. Because my name is Garo. Garo. Coin equals the same as the word king. King equals coin. So now you have a connection to the king, because there's a coin, under his boot, right? Under Obama's boot. And wait till you, hold on. I forgot to mention, look, hold on, before I show the next part, which is really important. Hold on. Hold on, folks. Oh, I'm just reading the chat. Hold on. So it hits Obama's boot, and remember, Obama is born on August 4th. So this, what it's trying to say is that it's in between a certain date and August 4th. Do you get what I'm saying? Because August 4th is the day that Trump gets his head wound, and that's Obama's birthday. Okay? So it hits Obama's boot, this apple. So it's going to be in between. And remember, the apple had a 6 on it. If you look at it, at the bottom of the apple, it had a 6, and that's June. So it's June, in between Trump's birthday and a certain date. That's what it's saying. I mean, not Trump's birthday, Obama's birthday, the day Trump gets his head wound. Okay? And, hold on. I'm trying to see what you guys are. Yeah, I don't know. I can't see everyone's comment, folks. I'm trying to catch up to the chat. Okay, so anyway, so Washington is the apple, okay, and it cracks, all right, because I told you Seattle is they're going to chop. That's why it was called the chop zone during the riots, because they're going to chop that part of it's going to get a head wound. The part that looks like Elvis's head. If you ever seen the Washington map of Washington, there's a little piece that looks like a head sticking out, and that's the part that's probably going to get the head wound. All right, it's going to be chopped off. That whole area around Elliott Bay in Seattle, King County, and Seattle's in King County, so that's another king reference. I forgot. Elvis was known as a king. Coin equals king, and Elvis was known as the king. Seattle's in King County, and it had the letter L, right? L means Elvis. You understand? And or Seattle. It's basically like a short version of Seattle. CL, Seattle, or C Apple. Okay. Anyway, so let's go to the next one. So remember, it hit Obama's boot. Why is this important? Why would they put that stupid boot there, other than the fact that it's trying to tell you something about August 4th, because that's when Trump is born, right? I mean, that's when Obama's born. Now, why is that important, that stupid boot? Hold on, man. I'm trying to find the best way to show this. You see, what looks like the boot? What country looks like a boot? Is Italy. And Italy was the first place. See, Seattle was the first place that got the virus in America. But the first place to get hit the hardest was Italy. I mean, Italy supposedly had 10,000 people, like thousands of people dying a day in Italy, And why were they doing this? Because remember, Seattle was the first place in America. And the first death was in Kirkland, Washington State, but which is in King County also. Seattle and King. Anyway, so Italy looks like a boot, right? And why were they showing us this? What is the point of the boot? The boot is, hold on. The boot, Italy, because Italy looks like a boot, right? That's what they're saying. See, if you put which country looks like a boot, it'll tell you Italy. Italy, this is what Italy equals, 6722, 6832. Italy equals the exact same as Elvis, you see? Elvis equals the same as Italy. Do you understand what I'm trying to explain to you? Italy is the boot, and that's why they're giving you an Elvis reference to that Washington apple reference. How many connections can I show you? And remember, water equals Elvis, because he's the B side of the sea. Water equals the exact same as Elvis. Elvis equals Italy. You know what I mean? And you got water coming down Obama's face right here, right after they show it. You know. Anyway, so that's the, to me, that's the most telling scene in the whole thing. You know. Hold on. Yeah, Meghan Markle. That's the reason Meghan Markle was chosen, is the 8-4, and I'm going to bring that up in a moment. Hold on. Hold on, I'm just reading the chat. Hold on. Okay, so now that we established that scene is completely about Elvis and Washington and the rebirth, because I told you it's all about because I told you Elvis is, I can't get into it. You got to watch my videos about the Elvis's birthday and all that other stuff. Um, hold on. Okay, let's get back into that other video. Where were we here? We'll get back to, hold on. So, interesting that they showed the Star of David and something crumbling. Hold on. Yeah, I'm going to show that in a minute. Hold on. So anyway, we see, which I was showing you, Obama and the rebirth. It hits his boot and all that other stuff. Obama's born on August 4th, the day Trump gets his head wound. And I told you these are my two predictions. Elvis 611 in Seattle, Trump head wound on August 4th in Ohio. And then when they were coming out of the, right after they showed Obama's face, you know, that had the water, they were zooming out of the classroom through the windows right there that you see. And they showed this. It says Psalm 23 or 29, I'm not sure now. Psalm 23. And it has kind of like the word Donald in it. It's hard to tell, but it looks like a D, a O-N-A-L, and a D. And it's also got a lightning bolt again, you know? Or is it the yellow brick road, you know, like to the Emerald City? You know, because Seattle is known as the Emerald City, like in the Wizard of Oz. And I told you Elvis is the Wizard of Oz. And Trump is the Wiz. Anyway, I'm sure there's other stuff in here that oh, There's a needle also. The P looks like a needle. You see that? Going through the S, you see? The S is climbing the needle. You get it? Just like when they were showing earlier the serpent on the pole. Hold on. Anyway, so the very next scene, what do they show? They showed the American flag splitting in half as when they were zooming out of the classroom away from Obama. Then they showed that wall. Then they showed this. And remember that it said Donald on that wall, the Psalm 23, whatever. And it shows the flag ripping in half. And why is this important? Them showing the American flag splitting in half, because Flag Day is June 14th, which is Trump's birthday. You see, June 14th. So the flag ripping in half is in reference to, not only to Trump, you know, because you remember it zoomed out from Obama. You know what I'm saying? It zoomed out from Obama, then it goes to flag ripping in half. June 14th is 3 days after June 11th, and they were showing the towers falling. You see, and then, oh, we didn't even get to this part yet. Let's just watch it first. Hold on. See right here, it looks like some kind of volcanic eruption in the background. Hold on. It looks like some kind of volcanic eruption. And what were they showing? They were showing, hold on. They were showing this, and the first time I saw this, I immediately thought of Meghan Markle because she has the on her eyeballs. The person, and it represents the Space Needle. You see that? But Meghan Markle, she's born on August 4th, the 8/4, not 6/11. She's got Obama's birthday and the day Trump gets his head wound. And you see the child, because Trump is like basically going to be crucified and raised from the dead. You see, it's like Jesus in her lap, like it's mockery. That's what it is. Anyway, she's got a halo around her head, and it's wearing all black like funeral, you know what I'm saying? Because it's saying the Space Needle is going to be destroyed. And I believe that that's what this represents, the Space Needle. And you have the volcanic eruption. I mean, look, folks, I don't know what's going to happen in Seattle, is that a nuke going off, a supposed nuke, or is it a volcano? Who knows what it is, But it's interesting that it connects to the 8/4 again, because Meghan Markle is she's born on 8/4, and her family is from Ohio. Her mother is from Ohio, but she was born in California, I think. But I'm not sure. And then on the baby's head, on the baby's face, it looks like it has a 6 and an 11 right there again. It's weird. In the eye. And one of his eyes is damaged, you see, on the child. you know, like the Antichrist. And then they show this scene. Hold on. Let let me like I said, all of this other analyzation of the video, me analyzing it, is pointless. The one scene I was just trying to show you was the Apple scene. The Apple scene is in reference to Seattle and Elvis. That's all basically. All that other stuff you can take with a grain of salt. I mean, it means nothing. You know, I mean, what I'm saying means nothing because I'm just guessing. Because you guys don't understand. I was only led to this Elvis Trump connection. All that other stuff is it's just me trying to guess. You know. Hold on. Okay. Um, where was I? Let's hold on. So, um, hold on. Hold on, folks. Yeah, I know. The music is what makes this video creepy. You know what I mean? Without that music, it would just be another stupid cartoon, you know? There's some kind of evil to that music, man. It's creepy. So, in this scene, you had this green sludge coming down onto this person, you know? And what is this hammer and sickle thing? You know, is that what that is? You know, is it something to do with Russia? I don't know. But look at his hair. It has that Elvis swirl in the front. But it's not Elvis's face. There's you know that's for sure. But it's got that Elvis swirl in the front of his hair. And by the way, earlier when we were looking at that Satan thing where it looked like the TV set had the Satan talking to the little kid, Egghead, whose head was cracked open. Uh, that is kind of representing Abraham Lincoln, you know. And I told you Lincoln plays a part in this charade because he was the 16th president. And I told you Elvis died on the 16th day of the year, August 16th. Oops. And and Elvis died in the 16th state. And remember, the insurrection was on 1/6. And Elvis is born in the first month. Trump's born in the 6th month. You know. Anyway, people are saying that it's a nuclear sludge. You know, the green, but also the green. It looked like emerald green, which is connected to Seattle. And Washington is known as the Evergreen state, and that's why you have this Evergreen ship every time in the news. You think it's a coincidence that there's something? Man, I gotta look you in the face when I say this because I mentioned this before in my older videos, but you guys aren't getting it. They were saying that they were gonna blow up this Evergreen ship that was stuck in the Suez Canal, okay? And they said they were gonna blow it up to move it, but they didn't do it, all right? But they said they were going to if they had to because it was blocking all the ships from going through. And Evergreen State is, like I told you, what is the name? It's, hold on. Which state is known as the Evergreen State?
Washington. According to some information I found on Encyclopedia Britannica.
Hold on. And in the news again, they're talking about a ship called the Evergreen. This was last year. Around the exact same time last year, they had the Evergreen ship that was stuck in the canal, like I told you, and they were saying they were going to blow it up, but they were able to move it. Now there's another ship in the ocean, another Evergreen boat, because they're the shipping line, that does all that freight forwarding stuff. So anyway, like I said, the Evergreen is connected to Washington. The Apple is connected to Washington. And all of it connects to Elvis and Seattle, King County. And Martin Luther King, people were talking about Martin Luther King. Yes, everything about assassinations, JFK, MLK, RFK, and Abraham Lincoln, all connected to Elvis, okay? I've shown it over and over again. Okay, and then yeah, that's interesting that you say that. Yeah, about the tooth missing, because on that other Satan-like creature, he has like a crown on one of his tooth. You know, it looks gold, one of his teeth, and this guy's missing his tooth. So it's basically like saying it's missing his crown. And I told you Elvis is going to get his crown. This is what this is all about. Crowning the king. Okay, and wait a minute. Where am I? And then they show the girl with the tiger, and people are saying that it has something to do with Angelina Jolie because she has some tiger. I could care less about that. The point is, it's the tigers because it's the year of the tiger, 2022. That's what that meant. Because this video came out in 2012, So that's, 10 years later, It had that. And she had like a nuclear emblem on her face, too. Then you have this, what is this, Day of the Dead thing or whatever the hell this is? Grim Reaper with a cape. He has a cape on. And I told you Elvis wore a cape, remember? Oh, and I told you that Elvis is the head of Skull and Bones. So you have the Skull and Bones and the guy's wearing a cape, this dude. You can't tell, but this skeleton is wearing a cape. He was the conductor. And in one of my old videos, I connected Elvis and the conductor. It's so funny. And all these explosions in the background. You have all these tanks. Let's watch the video. Hold on. Hold on, folks. Hold on. I'm using my television for light. That's why. It started up because I had it on pause this whole time. Let me get some water, folks. Hold on. What was that? Oh, the video. know what? Right here, they show this old lady. I don't want to show this scene. Let me just tell you what's going on. Hold on. So they show this old lady. You know why I don't want to show it? Because I don't trust YouTube. Because they show her cartoon breasts. Breastists. They show the cartoon breastists. Anyway, so they show this old lady inside this tower, right? And I mean, I'm not sure exactly, like I said, what it represents. You know, is it Mother Nature or something? I don't know what it is. What they're trying to say. Anyway, so they show her. Uh, starting to panic, and she spreads her legs, and there's blood in her, her area, in the private area, representing a menstrual cycle, and then all of a sudden it disappears, like there's no more, you know whatever. I'm just saying, you know what I'm trying to say, like it's like it's growing old, basically. Maybe they're talking about the earth or something. I don't know what this represents. I just didn't want to show that scene because I don't trust YouTube, like I said. Okay, now then everything's crumbling around the old lady, and then they show this. See, everything is crumbling while this person is doing some kind of voodoo. Here's an important scene right here. See, it's got a cape on, you see? They were saying that has something to do with the Notre Dame building. The steeple that fell, or whatever it's called, the needle. There's like a scorpion stinger up on the left side, and on the right, you can't see it. It kind of looks like a phoenix bird, or Trump's hair, or a hand. Who knows? And the pyramids were destroyed, and all this stuff is shooting out. Oh, and listen to this part right here. You see that? It's as if a stone was being moved, like when the tomb of Jesus, like the stone was opened, the tomb. Hold on. Okay, let me just real quick go through what we just saw there. Yeah, that's a good catch. Yeah, the feet in the boat were burning. That's right, like the phoenix rising from the ashes. So then you have this. Is this a representation of Kali, the destroyer, or whatever the hell it's called? I don't know. You had this thing dancing around in this round structure, and this structure looks like, it could be the inside of the Space Needle, you know what I mean? Or it's representing the Earth with a dome over it. uh, when the person was dancing, it looked like it was inside of a round structure. And then you saw this, like, it was all these people in suits, basically this, the mindless robots we have in this world. uh you see this thing coming out of the pit of hell from, oh man, from below, and you saw this explosion, and then you have the figure of, obviously that's the Antichrist. That's not Christ coming from below. And what's next? I don't even know what I have next. Oh, and remember when they were showing the guy dancing around in that round structure? He was wearing different masks, and look, his cape. And I told you Elvis is the peacock. Elvis is the peacock. All right, and this is like a representation of a peacock. And Elvis's birthday this year, that I told you they had like a peacock because he wore the peacock on his outfits too. Either the phoenix, the dragon, the eagle, or a peacock. Anyway, look at his cape. And I told you Elvis wore a cape, and the cape looks like it says 2-2. To me, it says 2-2. People think it says 3-3. I say it's a 2-2 on his cape. It looks like the number 2 on both sides, like the year 22. You get what I'm saying? And that's the year. I told you Elvis's birthday this year was the most important birthday. And it reminds me of this. Remember, I told you at the Vatican, that's the Pope sitting there, and above him you have this goat-like structure. It's like a goat's face. It's like this weird artwork where they say, this figure, just like what I just showed you here, coming out of the pit of hell. Man, oh man, it doesn't want to focus. Anyway, you have this see, it's got one eye, the goat. It's like a goat's head, and it's got, and I told you what it's representing. It's called the resurrection. And look what it says it's depicting. It says depicts Jesus rising from a nuclear crater in the Garden of Gethsemane. You see this? This blasphemous thing is called the resurrection. And it's right above where the Pope is, you see? At the Vatican. And why is this important? Because see, this resurrection thing, it was created during, look at this. Well, yeah, this is just unbelievable. Look at this. It was unveiled in 1977. Okay, and I'm going to show you why that's important in a minute. But look who unveiled it. It was Pope Paul, the PP. Because if you've been watching my videos, I told you how important the PP is to this. And look, it's the VI. VI is 6 in Roman numerals. And Elvis has the L, E-L means God, E-L, and then the V-I and the S. It's implying Elvis sixes. L-V-I-S is L6s, because Elvis is the 666. Okay? And Pope Paul the Sixth, you see that? L6, and why is this important? Because it came out in 1977 and it was unveiled. And by the way, look at that. The guy who made it, he died at 74, and I told you Jesus and Lucifer both equaled 74. And you remember I told you why that is, And anyway, that same year, hold on. That same year was the year that Seattle Slew, the horse, won the Triple Crown, the most prestigious race in horse racing. He won the Triple Crown on June 11th, not May 7th. It was June 11th he won the Triple Crown, the day I'm telling you that Seattle's going to get struck. Hold on, man. I don't know what the hell I just showed there. Hold on. Let me get that correct. That way you guys know. What day or date did Seattle Slew win the Triple Crown?
According to HistoryLink.org, Seattle Slew wins Belmont Stakes in horse racing's coveted Triple Crown on June 11th, 1977.
So do you understand how important that is? What I'm trying to, I've shown it 1,000 times on this channel, but why is that so important? That Seattle Slew wins the Triple Crown on June 11th, 1977. First of all, I'm telling you that Seattle's going to get struck on 6/11. Slew means to kill. Seattle Slew, okay? And it wins the most prestigious race, the Triple Crown. And I told you the Triple Crown is the Elvis, Trump, Obama thing. I told you Obama was needed to be the capstone of Trump and Elvis, who are the devil twins. All right. So he won it in June 11, 1977, the same year that the resurrection from the Vatican artwork came out of Jesus coming out of a nuclear bomb in the Garden of Gethsemane. And that was the same year, right? And what, man, hold on. I'm all confused. I got all these phones. I'm trying to figure out what I'm showing next. And why is that important that it happened in 1977? What year did Elvis die?
August 16th, 1977.
See?
According to Graceland.
He died that same year the Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown on 6/11. And 6/11 is the day I'm telling you Seattle gets struck. Slew. Same year as Elvis's death and destruction. Do you understand? It's connected to Elvis, and that same year was the year that resurrection statue with the Jesus figure. Of course, it's not Jesus. The Antichrist figure who's trying to copy Jesus, but he's going to come from below the beast side of the sea. Okay. Do you get how crazy that is? What I'm showing you? I mean, literally, they're telling you to your face right there what's going on, man. Man, I don't know. I'm just trying to show you how insane this is, folks. Like I said, this is supernatural what you're saying. And listen to this. iPet Goat, according to this, was released not on YouTube, but just released, period, June 24th, and that's the day that the Elvis movie's coming out this year. And I told you why June 24th is so important, because June 24th on the old Julian calendar is June 11th. Okay, that's why they have June 24th as the date for the Elvis release, the Elvis movie that's coming out this year with Tom Hanks. June 24th is actually June 11th on the old Julian calendar, which we used to be on before the calendar we're on now. Okay? And yeah, see, it's June 24th, the release of the new Elvis movie. And look at that, music composed by Elliot Wheeler. I told you Elliot, Seattle's in Elliott Bay. I told you Elliot is a very important word connected to the Seattle. I've shown that in my old videos. Okay, so the date, let me show you the date. Hold on. So the date that this iPet Goat video, and by the way, this channel, Heliopont channel, only has one video on their channel, the people who put this iPet Goat out. It's called the Heliopont channel. And look at the date it came out. 2012, July 3rd. Okay? Remember, the release was June 24th, 2012. But the video on YouTube, the only video that these people have, they were the creators, the Heliopont. And by the way, Heliopont equals the word Holy Bible. And they're telling a story, if you get what I'm saying. But the Holy Bible is true. These people are, they're creating these future events, God foretold it. Anyway, so it was on July 3rd, 2012 that it was opened. But look at this. From June 24th, 2012, when it said it was released, remember? iPet Goat, June 24th, released, 2012. Look at this. It's not up to this June 11th to 2022, the day I'm telling you Seattle gets struck. It's 9 years, 11 months. Look at that. Look at all those 911s, 1 1. And I told you the 611 is the upside down 911. So basically, it's the 611. Look at all those 9s and 11s. Look at that. And that's from June 24th, the release date that they say, right, of the iPad Goat. But check this out. If you go to the date that it was, that on the video of July 3rd, which is the 7-3, and you know how important the 7-3 is, it's even in the video. They had the L and the C. The L and the C is the L looked like a 7 and the C is the third letter. Interesting. But anyway, the 7-3 date is when it came on YouTube, right? Let's look at the dates for that. Look at that. It's exactly 9 years, 11 months. Forward and backward, 9 years, 11 months, 9 days. The other one was 9 years, 11 months, 19 days. So, again, it's all 911s. You see that? What is the chance that the 611 would be attached to the 911, connecting these two, the dates? You get what I'm saying? That's what makes it so interesting. All right. Anyway, I think that's it, folks. So other than that, I don't really have much to show. Look, the main thing about this, what you need to take from this video, is everything I said about the video, take with a grain of salt. But whatever the hell that saying means, I don't even know what that means. But but what I'm trying to say is that the number one thing for sure that connects is the part with the apple. That's it. The part with the apple is all about Seattle, Washington, and the boot, hitting the boot, which is the Elvis connection, the coin, the king connection. Everything is, hidden messages in there. Yeah, I'll leave the video up for a couple of days, But like I said, I don't like doing videos like this, showing things that I don't really know much about, except for that apple scene. That apple scene for sure is talking about Seattle, and it's cracking. Remember, I told you the kraken, the beast out of the sea, and you see the apple crack in half, just like I told you, Seattle, they're probably going to crack it. Just like that's what this Kraken is all about, all right? Which I've talked about in the past. Elvis is the beast out of the sea. He's the Kraken. He's the phoenix rising. Okay? What is the chances that Elvis is going to be wearing a phoenix bird? He wears the phoenix, the eagle, the dragon, and a peacock on his outfits in concert, and he starts the concerts with the 2001 Space Odyssey. This is way before 9/11. He was started with 2001 Space Odyssey. It's got 2001 was the Twin Towers date, and the Space Odyssey has the space in it, the word space needle, get it? And I told you the Twin Towers falling that day is a perfect date from his birthday. It's connected to the twins and the August 4th. Just like the boot. Man, just think about what I'm telling you here. So just like when man, like I said, so much, man. It's so complicated to try to explain it without showing it. Because I told you from Elvis's birthday to the exact date 9/11 Twin Towers fell, the exact day Elvis was born to the exact day the Twin Towers fell is 66 years, 8 months, 4 days. Okay? 66 equals twin. And it was 66 years, 8 months, 4 days. 8/4 is Obama's birthday, the day Trump gets his head wound. Okay? So that's why they're showing you the apple hit the boot, which is 8/4, but it went this way. Do you get it? It didn't stop at the boot. it hit the boot, goes back that way, saying, "Hey, you know, it's it's not 8-4, it's a little bit before." Okay, you get it? You know. Anyway, it's too, like I said, it's too much. Some things are coincidences, folks, but most of it is, you know, uh, them telling you their plans. Okay, like I said, you know, like I said, take it with a grain of salt. But for sure, I'm telling you that the predictions are going to happen. That is 100%. You not There is no way to stop what's coming. I told you. All right. You can only prepare for what's coming. Not You can't stop it. All right. Anyway, so remember the two predictions: June 11th, Seattle, and then somehow Elvis becomes a part of this monstrous charade. Okay, and then the other prediction is August 4th, Trump gets his head wound, most likely in Ohio. But the date is correct, August 4th. All right, folks. Anyway, like I said, I'll leave the video up for at least a couple of days. I particularly don't like the video, but it gives people something to watch. So I'll leave it up for, like I said, a couple of days. Because I don't like to be all over the place and not in, you know, what's the word? I don't like the way it was flowing, the video. I'm all over the place. But anyway, I would recommend, if you just got in, to just watch from the beginning, because you're not going to understand if you just came in right now. All right, folks. Like I said, I could just go on all day with this. Uh, just real quick. Earlier, I had mentioned how all the assassinations were connected, to Lincoln, because Lincoln was the 16th president. Elvis died on the 16th day of the year. Uh, he died in the 16th state, Tennessee, and he's connected to MLK killing Elvis. Elvis from Elvis's birthday to MLK is 33 years. Okay, and MLK was killed on 4/4, and I told you that 44 equals the word kill. It equals the word anti, and he was killed in Memphis, Tennessee, where Elvis lived. So the king was killed where the king was living, because Elvis is known as the king, right? There can only be one king, and so that's why they had to get rid of that king. So, and now Seattle is named after MLK. King County is where Seattle is named after MLK. It didn't used to be named after him. They changed it from a different king to ML King, who they named Seattle King County after. King County, where Seattle is. And I told you how JFK is connected to all of this too. He connects to Trump, who's connected to Elvis, because they're devil twins. Oh, and the 1/6, I was telling you about the 16. The 1/6 also is Trump is. Elvis is born in the first month. Trump is born in the 6th month. It's the 1/6, and that was the day the insurrection happened. 1/6. And also, that's Armenian Christmas, and I told you I'm Armenian, right? Just like Beirut, Lebanon, they had the biggest explosion we've ever seen, and that happened on 8/4 in 2020. In Beirut, Lebanon, you had the biggest explosion. And I'm Armenian, and that's where I was born, in Beirut, Lebanon. I told you, everything is connected, folks. Okay, you can't make this stuff up. Okay, if you can't see it, I don't know what to tell you. Like I said, look, to the people who are doubting this, I don't blame you, because if some other person was telling me that something's going to happen in LA or whatever the hell, and they say, oh, you better get out of LA, I'm not going to listen to nothing they have to say. All right. But if they make 100 videos, I've made over 400 now of this Elvis, Trump, Seattle and stuff. But if they made 100 videos proving it, I might start taking it seriously. But most people don't do that. They don't come with any proof of their visions or their dreams or whatever the hell they, or they say they talk to God, which is, 99.9% of people are liars, okay? You don't trust you don't trust man. You only trust God, all right? But anyway, my whole point to what I'm trying to say is I don't blame you for not believing. But how much more proof can I show? How much more dedication can I show to it? Because I don't get nothing from it. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't ask for nothing. I don't want nothing. I never have asked for nothing. I never will. So my point is, I have no agenda. I'm just here to try and help people. All right. I'm just here trying to bring people closer to God. And I told you Jesus is God. All right. Anyway, all right. I'm going to end the video now. Thanks for being in the live stream with me. And like I said, for the people, remember the live stream chat doesn't show up for like 10 hours or more after the live stream is over. So you're not going to be able to see what people say unless you watch it a day later. All right. Take care, folks. God bless all of you. And hold on. I got to answer this. Someone's asking me about the rapture. Look, all I can say to you is just be prepared, because I don't know. You would imagine that I believe that right before we're going to be literally killed, you know, then I believe that Jesus is going to take us up. But even if it doesn't happen, just be prepared, you know. All you have to do is believe in Jesus with all your heart and soul, and don't be caught, you know, living in sin when he returns. I'm telling you, you don't want to take that chance, that you were doing something evil that day. I'm just telling you, you know, you have to, if you're saying you're a Christian, you have to behave like a Christian, okay? We make mistakes, but what I'm trying to explain to you is when you make that mistake, you get right back on the right path. You don't stay on your, mistake-ridden path. You get out of that as soon as possible, and get right back on the right path. All right. Anyway, just trusting God. That's it. Trust in Jesus. There's nothing else I can tell you. All right. God bless all of you. Take care. End of video.